in the office of one Hunch Curio. I invite you now to picture an office littered with the detritus of a hard-boiled gumshoe. That's right, a real private eye, a brother Seamus, a real swinging dick. Trap, could you please describe your character for us?
Yeah, I am Detective Hunch Curio. I'm covered in bruises and cuts. Seems like I'm always nursing wounds, nursing a hangover. Real lanky, rubbery kind of guy. Doesn't look like I should be getting into as many fights as I seem to. And a big old nose that I keep sticking in where it don't belong.
That's right. Detective Hunch Curio, of course, Mentopolis's premier gumshoe, and also curiosity itself, rendered in this form here within Mentopolis. Outside, you hear the door open, and your secretary, Anna, looks in. Anna is a much older woman. She's such deep sort of wrinkle lines in her face, spectacles, these little half-moon spectacles, bun of sort of, bright blue hair comes up off of her head, and little sort of, one of those like old lady sweaters that like has a doily as the collar. She comes in, she goes, Hunch, how you doing on coffee? You need anything?
Always more coffee.
All right, I'll go down to the dopamine store. And you see she wanders off. As she opens the door, she goes, oh, I'm sorry. And you see, like, you hear ushering someone in. She opens the door to your sort of private office again and says, Hunch, there's somebody here to see you.
Oh, send her in. Him in? Her in?
Her?
All right, send her in.
Good guess.
I'm put away. It seems right for the situation. The general setting, it's probably a date, right? That happens a lot in this office.
It sure does. You see,
Tropes.
Tropes. You see that she looks over and says, it's a real classy looking dame too, not the normal kind of riffraff that, we exclusively work for.
I scraped some of the blood off my tie.
As we look around, what do we see in Hunch's office, and what are any like things of past cases you've solved?
Yeah. There's probably some framed newspaper clippings of like Detective solves the case of the missing keys. Little pull quotes of it's right in the last place you thought of looking. The case of what's that song that goes na 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 na. All these little tiny just sort of everyday mysteries that Hunch has sort of had his hand in and cracked.
Anna looks up at you and says, real body of work. We did figure out what that song was. It was, oh God, what was that song?
The case is gonna get reopened. Hold on a second.
She walks out and says, all right, if you feel tidy enough.
I'm basically just scraping so many cigarette butts and there's just junk on the desk, just putting it into a basket that I can just sort of hide away.
Tons and tons and tons of junk hits the floor. As it does, you lean back in your chair and you see Anna, and you can see as she opens the door, we see a little thing on her desk. She has a little name placard as well, Ms. Anna Lysis. It's gonna be a lot of these.
Every single time.
Strap in. You see that she walks in and says, Mr. Curio will see you now. Siobhan, could you please describe your character for us?
Yes, my character is an impeccably dressed, mysterious woman in a dark velvet cloak. She is mysterious, but you can tell immediately she reeks of old money. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Well, Mr. Curio, see you now. You're very fancy. Do you need different kinds of chairs than normal people?
No, I'll stand by the window. Thank you so much.
Ooh, stand by the window, la-di-da.
I immediately go towards the window and wipe some of the grime off of it.
The door closes and you are left alone in Hunch's office.
Mr. Hunch, I think I need your help. My name is Stacy Fake Name.
I would like to do a snoop check to see if she's lying.
If I can get a snoop check from you and a slick check from from Stacy.
Great.
Stacy.
I rolled a 2, but I got a 4.
I rolled a 3, but I get, but that's +4, so 7.
Okay, you got a 7 and you got
A 4.
1 Moxie token for Siobhan. So, Hunch, something in your years of training kicks in. Years of training leads you to believe that there is something about the name Stacy Fake Name that feels like maybe that's not her real name.
I play it super cool. I just light up a cigarette and sort of like stalk my mind. Oh, Stacy Fake Name, huh? You know, is that at all related to Joanna Fake Name?
So what if it is?
Well, I'll tell you so what if it is. There ain't no one named Joanna Fake Name.
You got me.
Case closed.
The door cracks open and Anna goes, "No, not closed. No, you have to get money. It's a business. You have to get," and closes the door again.
So why don't you tell me what your name really is?
My name is Mentopolis.